Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing another Valentine Heart Hen. There was just two in this little mini series. Honestly, I'd like to come back and do more chickens or even other animals in this style because this was really fun to do, and I think they turned out really nice. So today, this one, you actually get to see some of my sketching process. I know the previous video I'd already had the hen sketched out on the little 4x4-inch board. This one you can kind of see up in the upper right hand corner, also my sketchbook. I kind of did like a loose sketch just to kind of get an idea of the composition and like where the hen was going to be placed on the board. That way I kind of had an idea of like how much negative space I would have around it. So just kind of sketching in the head and the body, just real simple loose shapes, because all of this is going to be covered by gouache. I kind of had to speed up everything because I've been a little rusty drawing lately. Have a 3-month-old right now, and so that's been taking up a lot of time, and unfortunately I haven't been giving myself time to just doodle or sketch in general. So you can kind of see my lines. I'm kind of just short, sketchy lines, so I need to work on my line confidence. I think it's a thing that a lot of people kind of struggle with. So once my baby is getting older now, though, I have some more time and I can kind of devote more time to sketching. The pencil I'm using, I believe, is a 4B. I like using a softer lead. I don't really care for the H pencils just because I find them harder to erase. Not that I was going to do very much erasing when I'm sketching, just because everything's going to be painted over, but I like being able to see my lines, and just the 4H I think is just too hard of a lead, and it's so light. Or maybe I'm using them wrong, I don't know. And have the hen sketched out, adding the hearts. And then making sure my hen continues all the way around the board, as well as the hearts. Just kind of add more interest and kind of keep the image continuing. Taking a drink of whatever I had there, probably some kind of energy drink, I know. Maybe I wouldn't have such short, choppy lines when I'm sketching if I didn't drink so much caffeine, I don't know. Too jittery. Sketch is done. And then I move on to the painting. Here I mixed a pink I already had with a little bit of white just to kind of soften it more into this more pastel-y pink. So going in on the background first, getting the large area, and then after that going in and getting the hearts. And again with the gouache, I'm still learning how to get the right consistency, like the right ratio of water to paint. What I've read is you kind of want this almost buttery consistency is what people have described it as. And I think I really got that in this painting for the most part. I just love the gouache because of the way the color just dries so matte, and it's just cover large areas quickly. But I'm not nervous about it drying so fast, you know, if I was using acrylic. So I can tell you guys this quick story about a pet hen that I had while I'm going in and adding the body color. It's kind of like a cream like off-white for her body. So I had this hen at my dad's house. He had chickens, and I kind of just claimed one for myself just because it was one of the prettiest hens I've ever seen. I think she was a Americana breed. She was white with this rusty orange blotches, not spots, because like bigger splotches of orange. And then she had these little fluffy cheeks. So cute. But the orange and white coloration reminded me of like creamsicle, like ice cream or sorbet. And I don't know, in high school I thought it was called Sherbert. So her name was Sherbert. And just cute little hen, super sweet. And she got to the point where she would recognize her name when I called for her, because she had this specific call. Whenever I would call for her, I'd be like, Sherbert. And she just made this really like high-pitched, kind of light cheep. It was so cute. I loved her. And so got the body all painted with this nice creamy white color. Then going and painting her wattles, and then get her comb as well. And you kind of saw off camera, I'd also went ahead and done the red hearts. It's because while I was still painting the background, my light on my recording device, it just died. So I had to stop recording like halfway through all the painting. I was like, okay. So I just finished it off camera and then resumed. There, I'm using more of a round tip brush just to kind of get those finer details in. And touching up some pink by that heart, giving her tongue a pink color, the same pink color, just to kind of tie that in. And then there, I accidentally dropped a spot of water from my rinse cup and tried to blot that out. And then we got this nice yellow color for her beak. Kind of reminds me of the leghorn breed of chicken. I'm not sure if that was what I was going for this one, but I just thought like the yellow beak kind of contrasted nicely with like the white of the body. Kind of refining the lines of that heart that she's holding in her mouth. And going through and getting some more white. I'm glad I stocked up on whitewash because I didn't realize how much I would be using once I got into painting. And touching up that area where I had that water droplet, kind of wash out some of it. You couldn't really see it on camera, but I remember doing that and I was so mad. but I was able to fix it, so it worked out in the end. And then I use like this really dark gray I mixed for the pupil of her eye, just because I didn't want to do any harsh blacks of paint. I want to save that for my inking, which you can see I'm starting right here. Love my micron pens. Those are probably my favorite type of pen for doing this type of work. I think it's the first type of pen I actually started using when I got into ink and watercolor many years ago. And you can kind of see like there on her neck where I kind of do like this broken line technique, so that way the black line isn't just one continuous shape. I think breaking up the lines adds a bit more visual interest, and then kind of also helps add some, it helps convey some texture as well. Oh, and also off camera I did a little bit of the pink on her body just to kind of give her body a little more volume, without, just because with like it's that white color, so I kind of needed something to flesh her out a little more, make her have more volume. And it was just nice to kind of bring in that pink from the background too. I think it worked really well with the white. And doing fine details with another pen. Continuing it on the outside of the board, just because I want you to be able to look at the image from all angles and kind of see something. And then once I get these hearts all outlined, I'll take that white Posca and add just some little highlights, some little just areas of interest, just kind of add some more contrast. Doing the old signature there at the bottom. Gotta give that little highlight in the eye there, so it really brings a creature to life, I think. And some more little highlights. You can kind of see how it really makes it start popping off of this like 2D surface. So, real big fan of doing that. There you have it. That is the second Valentine Heart Hen. She is done. She is beautiful. She is adorable. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys stick around for my next video. See you later.